Good morning. Welcome to Vinod SQL Queries. Today I am going to explain a good scenario, and quickly we'll go to the scenario first. So this is the table which is containing the whole information of aeroplane's timings, and I named this query as a aeroplane query. Why? Because you will come to know when we are doing a query in SQL Server. So let me explain the query first. So in this whole table, so we are having a data of all the timings of all the aeroplanes. So now the query is we have to retrieve the data like date wise which aeroplanes are started first. So if you see on 17th of Jan, so there are four flights are started. So if you see Kingfisher is started at 6 o'clock, and once again it has written on evening 6, and Air Asia is started at 4 o'clock evening, and Air India is started at 12 in noon, and Jet Area Airways is started at 3 o'clock. So in above all these records, if you see the first flight, that is Kingfisher, has started at 6 o'clock on Jan 17. So we have to retrieve this record in this particular date. If you go to 18th of Jan, so the first flight which has started is Jet Airways. It has started at 6:30. So that we have to retrieve this particular record. On 19th of Jan, if you see the first flight is started at morning 6 o'clock 5 minutes. So that is Air India. So that we have to retrieve this particular record. And on 20th of Jan, so at 5:30 Kingfisher is started. So we have to retrieve this record. So we have to retrieve all the records which are started first in each date wise. So that is the scenario. So let's go to SQL Server, and I have created table called tbl underscore aeroplane underscore timings, which is having a 3 columns, that is aeroplane id, aeroplane name, and aeroplane timings. And this is the data which I have shown it in the word format. So let me create this table and insert this data. So I'm selecting this particular data. Okay, so now how to write a query to retrieve the date wise which plane is started for the first time. So there the scenario is, if you go to this format, they have asked for date wise. We have a column called a time aeroplane timings. So in this, if you see, whenever the interviewer will ask, I want the records date wise or order wise or student wise, marks wise, means whenever they are using the word called wise, what we need to do is whatever the column they have used for the wise class, so those column we need to put it in partition by class. Then only we will be able to write to retrieve the result. So what we can do for this thing is, so I'll be putting the date column in partition by class. So first of all, I'll go with a CTE to retrieve this particular scenario. So what we can do is, I'll assign a row numbers. So on top of that, I'll be selecting my final output. So let's write a query with the CTE as open brace select star comma row underscore number over. So I'll be putting a partition class, partition by. So if you see, we have a column called aeroplane timings, but in this we need only the date, not the timings. So what we can do is, so we can convert into a date. So you can write it as convert of date comma a timings, nothing but your aeroplane timings. So in this way we can able to take only the date. We should not take the times, because the interviewer is asking only the date wise, not the timing wise. And definitely we need to put a order by class. So here the question is the flight which has started for the first time in the sense, we need to take the minimum time in the sense, so it will be giving the whole date. If you want the flight which has returned how we can able to achieve this means we can able to use the CTE over here. So with the CTE, as we can able to use a subquery also. No, so either way we can able to achieve this. So select star from CTE. Whenever you are selecting the data, definitely you should select from the CTE table, not from your timings table. Why? Because whatever the result set we are getting from the select statement, it has been assigned a alias column name as CTE. So definitely we need to select the data from CTE, where so we have assigned alias column that is called row number. So wherever one is there, that is what we are expecting. So if I am executing this particular query, if you see, on each and every date, whatever the flights have started for the first time, so it has been retrieved in the output. So in this way we can able to achieve this particular scenario. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.